Attention. An event of unknown origin has begun in your area.
See where you wanna be. My people, my people, my people. What's up? What's happening with y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all been? Hope all is well. But you know what this is. BSG, Black Star Guidance. You know who it is. Black Star. Man, oh man, oh man. What a hell of a feeling. Like I said, I hope all is well. You know what I mean? Before we jump into it, I hope you guys have already hit that like and subscribe button. Turn them notifications on so you know when I'm dropping new videos. And if you haven't already, you can also follow me on my social media platforms, my IG and my TikTok. I'll put that information up shortly. It'll be boom right there. And yeah, man, you know me, you know how it be. If you've been with me from the start of this journey up until now, or even if you've just jumped in with me, one thing about me, man, just when I don't necessarily have, I'm not gonna say have the energy, but when I'm just not in the proper energies. I'm big on watching and checking and regulating my energies for when I get on here and I communicate with you all, because I understand that everything is energy. So if my shit off, you know what I'm saying, I may convey some shit that come off, and now you feeding off that off energy. You know what I mean? So again, if you know anything about me, man, it's been a lot of energy, you know what I mean, going around, a lot of shifts. There's been a couple full moon cycles, you know what I mean, eclipses and whatnot. So, just digesting that and, balancing that energy within there. Sometimes it can be challenging. Sometimes it's easier than other times. And then, sometimes you just gotta kind of just chill and marinate on stuff. And that's pretty much what I have been up to as of recently, as well as just, tending to other endeavors that I'm, really trying to expound on and bring to you all as well, you know what I mean? Which for today's discussion, you know what I mean, that's pretty much tying into everything, you know what I mean? And that's just being loyalty to self. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what you do, no matter what you encounter in your life, if you don't have loyalty for yourself, then it's gonna be a tough navigational, means of getting through life, you know what I mean? Because you really don't have nothing to stand on. You don't have no grounds to, no standards, no belief system that's, worth anything, for lack of a better term. I don't mean to shoot down nobody's whatever and, make it seem like I'm being judgmental or whatever. I've been through all these different phases of my life as well. That's why I'm able to, express on these things. But just, being loyal to yourself, it compounds so many different avenues within your life, you know what I mean? From relationships to friendships to, for the parents out there, for, the ones who starting their spiritual journeys. And, it's a lot of compound things again, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, for you to get the best results, you know what I mean, that loyalty has to start from yourself. That loyalty has to come from within. And the things that I was spoken about prior to and up until this junction, all those things tie into loyalty of self. You know what I mean? If you're not authentic with yourself, if you are not, speaking your truth, if you are not, not only speaking your truth, but also looking at the areas that, you could improve on, you can't really honestly, truly say you are being loyal to yourself. And therefore, if you aren't being 100% loyal to yourself, I mean, we live in a world of like attract likes, man. You're going to get the same energies that you putting out into the world. So again, if you got unloyal energies for whatever reason, you could check off so many other boxes within the loyalty compound, because like I said, it's a broad compound within saying loyalty. It's not just one thing. It's a total spectrum. But you could check a majority of those boxes, but still not check the necessary boxes to really be in a true state of loyalty to yourself. You know what I mean? And it's something that, again, it takes that understanding. It takes that wanting to, get intimate in depth with your scars, as well as, your strengths. That's, again, on this journey, you're going to learn that your strengths are your strengths, and you will always be able to, keep those and polish those. But your true strength comes in when you are able to, really dive deep into your weaknesses, you know what I mean? And become a well-rounded person, you know what I mean? A well-rounded individual, to where those same weaknesses that were weaknesses 2 years ago, those aren't weaknesses no more. You've grown, you've expanded, you've gained a different insight, different perspective, you know what I mean? Again, everything is going to tie into what I've already talked about in previous videos, and throughout this journey that I'm taking with you all, that I'm displaying for you all, I'm going to keep reiterating that, so that, for the newcomers that come along the journey, in the middle of the journey, halfway through the journey, because the journey is never over. It's all going to be predicated on how long Spirit wants me to do what I'm doing for you all. Period. Straight up. Right now, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, as well as a few other things that I got going on, which again is part of the reason why my absence has been so big. I would normally take a couple days off and then jump back in it. Tried to have it to where I at least do 2 to 3 videos a week. Then I got it down to a consistent 2 videos for a while a week. And then after that, yeah, I was just boop, boop. But don't think that because, that took place, that this wasn't a focus. You know what I mean? It's again, all about being loyal to self. And I know that I am a spiritual teacher. I am here to help guide and, you know what I mean, do what I can for those who want this knowledge, who want to change, who want to grow, who want to expound, who are looking for someone out there that's gone through the same things as them, and to, you know what I mean, really be able to understand them and not look at them in no funny type of way. But just, it's all part of the loyalty to self. I know that I'm more than just this, and I'm tending to more than just this. So, again, that all ties into the loyalty of self. I know what I want. I know what I deserve, and I'm not settling for less. I'm going to go get it. Like I said before in videos prior, greatness is your birthright. It is our birthright. It took me to go through the storms, through the rain and the pain, for me to really understand and get that. And now that I've got that clear and concise, and I can feel it within my being, ain't nothing or nobody, you know what I mean, that's gonna make me feel like I can't accomplish that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're gonna have obstacles. Yeah, it's gonna be, challenges through life, but if you want it, you're gonna figure out a way to get through it. You're gonna figure out a way to maneuver around those obstacles and again, learn so that, you know, the next time an obstacle is presented to you, you are better prepared to navigate yourself. You know what I mean? And again, that comes with being loyal to the commitment of learning, being loyal to the commitment of understanding that although you may have a certain level of, you know, understanding of life, spiritual understanding, you know, etc., etc., no one is ever done learning. No one is ever done expanding. No one is ever done, you know, learning and growing and healing up until, you know, we go back to the ethers. We go back to the ancestral realms with our ancestors, our spirit guides, our guardian angels, our creators. You know what I mean? Straight up. It's a constant churning. But through these movements in life, through these shifts in life and whatnot, you get to points where you can sit back, kind of. I don't want to say sit back to make it seem as though you're not doing anything, because again, this is something that I had to learn on my journey. Just because you're not doing something on a physical, tangible level to where you can touch, taste, feel it, see it, does not mean that, you know, energetically you aren't making progress. Energetically you aren't progressing yourself towards, you know, things that are going to help and better you, you know, a better mind state, a better, you know, a better everything, a better lifestyle, you know what I mean? And it has to start from somewhere. And again, if you know me and you've been on this journey with me and you've been watching these videos and whatnot and really taking heed to what I'm saying, it all starts here. It all starts here. You could go to the gym all day, every day, but the physical body does not have any effect over this, because you are controlling your physical body through this. So use this first. Sharpen this first. Get this as strong as you can get this, and never cap yourself, because you can always gain more strength. But understand, this is your base of your physical muscle. If you got the mental muscle, then your body's gonna follow. Period. If you have the mental muscle, your body's gonna follow, because your brain, your mind, your spirit is the captain. This is a meat glob. Our souls are inhabited inside of meat globs. So contain the power of the soul. And again, that comes with, you know, taking that time, digging, looking, getting out of situations that's no good for you, understanding why you were in those situations to begin with. You know what I mean? Reflect on the hurt, reflect on the pain. Don't dwell on it. Of course, never dwell on it, but you know, you have to take the necessary time as well to really, truly evaluate and look at, you know, your past, your history, because you have to heal that inner child. The inner child is needed for all your manifestations. If you ain't healed your inner child and you're trying to manifest, that's where your creativity comes from. That's where your process to even figure out what you're passionate about comes from. You know what I mean? You have to heal that inner child and do that inner work, that shadow work, you know what I mean? And really be dedicated to it. It's gonna be times where, you know, you're gonna go through anxiety and shit like that. Like on this journey, I have never, or at least I can't sincerely recall and recollect and look back on when throughout my life I've had anxiety, like real anxiety attacks. Be fucking hella anxious, but don't know what I'm anxious for. You know what I mean? Just, you know, just something comes over you. I've never felt like that before in my life, up until, you know, I started making those changes. Until I started really looking at my life. And then when I started to look at my life, I was really able to, you know, pinpoint where these anxieties is coming from and what the root cause of these anxieties are from. Fear, you know what I mean? Fear, rejection, the childhood traumas that we dealt with, the adult traumas, you know what I mean? not being loyal to yourself and not setting healthy boundaries. So when you get in relationships, the relationships are set on solid foundations as opposed to the facade, the mask that we wear to people acting like we're something that we're really not. Oh, I'm a thug, I'm a gangster, ooh. But really, in the 8th grade, you was probably one of the most sensitive people in your school. You used to get picked on. But now, because, you 19, 20, 21, 22, now you a thug. Now you super thug, but you wearing a mask because deep down inside you're really a sensitive, caring person. And you are being disloyal to yourself. And because you are being disloyal to yourself, you are allowing and continually flowing in a disloyal energy. So you are attracting disloyal people. And this is the cause of why you are in relationships, not even just romantic relationships, where you get taken advantage of. People don't understand your value. People manipulate you. You know what I mean? You get put in situations where if you were alone or if it were on the other foot, you wouldn't do these things to these people. But they do it to you because, again, you're allowing it. You're allowing yourself to be disingenuous with yourself on a true level, to where then now again you're being disingenuous with people. And believe it or not, everything happens in your life for a reason. We are all teachers in our own ways, and until we start to realize and look at that like that, you won't even grasp the understanding of why this person pissed you off. You know what I mean? Why this person pulled this string, or why this person pulled this stunt. You know what I mean? Because again, it's no self-reflection. There's no inner lookings and no inner loyalty to really understand again what's going on with me. What's going on with me? So you really have to be loyal. You know what I mean? Be loyal to yourself, whatever that looks like. And just because your loyalty to yourself is one way today, doesn't mean that 6 months from now, 3 months from now, that it can't change. And you look back on your perspective of your loyalty from the past 3 months, from the past 6 months, from the past 9 months, and say that, that was kind of, indifferent as well. Because if you can look at it like that, you know what you're doing? That means you're growing. That means you're growing. And most likely that means you're taking the right steps and you're walking in the right direction. You're taking the right steps to reclaim your true self, your true north. I've spoken about this. Your authentic self, your true self, your most high self. That self that has those big dreams, those big aspirations, those big eyes, the eyes that are bigger than your head. You want that Maserati, you want that Porsche. You feel like you deserve it because your higher self already got it. You just gotta find the way to, again, remove all that extra bullshit that you've been, been through, placed upon you, seen, experienced, felt, heard, witnessed. Once you are able to remove all of that and you start, tapping in with yourself, you're gonna start getting clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer, and become more truer and truer and truer and truer, and more loyal and more loyal and more loyal to yourself. And then because you are becoming more and more loyal to yourself, what you are going to do is encounter more and more people that fit your vibrational field at that time. More loyal people, more genuine people, more people that want to see you do good for the sake of you doing good, as opposed to seeing you do good to benefit from you, or seeing you do good to, ride your coattail, or even not seeing you do good because they're threatened by who you are. It all comes down to loyalty. Stay loyal to yourself. And if you haven't been loyal to yourself, It's okay. No need to beat yourself up. Tell yourself you're sorry. Forgive yourself in the present right now. And then make changes. Heal. Grow. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. You already know what time it is. We're gonna get it back cracking. Peace though.